You just joined the Create Harmony podcast. Welcome. In this place, we spend time talking about everyday joys. We talk about abundant blessings that sometimes get overlooked. We set our rhythms with the rhythms of nature, and we celebrate the changes that each season brings. And we like to use our imagination as a way of listening to God and tune our senses to the magical presence of the Holy Spirit. You can find your place here. And while you're doing that, you might also find some peace. Welcome back to episode 40 of the Create Harmony podcast. So we're still journeying through our summer series, and our episode about 2 weeks ago, we talked about where you find refuge and how to access it in our most stressful moments. So if you missed that one, you can go back and check it out. And a little bit along those same lines, today we're going to talk about all things refreshing. So about this point in the calendar year, I really need to refresh. All those goals that I set at the beginning of the year are pretty much history. I can barely even remember what I was going to do with all the goals that I set and things that I thought that I was going to achieve throughout the year. And also, our weather outside is getting pretty hot. So you've heard me say before that where I live, it's hot. It's the South. And I know it's pretty much hot most everywhere in the Northern Hemisphere right now. And we have the added layer of humidity here, so that makes it feel extra hot. So we really need new ways to be refreshed at this point in the summer. Ways to freshen up our healthy eating, freshen up ourselves through hydration, and even freshen our minds. So the August newsletter that we have prepared is filled with all kinds of ideas on how to be refreshing. And you can be on the lookout for that coming up. If you aren't a newsletter subscriber, you can go to our website and find out more about how to do that. So when I think about being refreshed, most of the ideas I have link themselves back to water. And there are all sorts of things. They're like taking a cool shower, or looking out at the ocean, or the peaceful sound of a fountain, or increasing your hydration by drinking more water, or jumping into a swimming pool, or like we talked about a few episodes ago, making fun ice. And all of these notions, they have something to do with physical refreshment, and they come from the connection to water. So I said a few minutes ago that one of our earlier episodes this summer, we talked about the trend of making fun shapes and flavors of ice. So today we're going to zoom that lens in a little bit on that trend, and we're going to talk about skin icing. So this has been sort of a trend. If you're not familiar with skin icing, it's basically the concept of applying ice directly to your face to reduce puffiness and inflammation. It's a craze that's been all over TikTok and social media. You can buy gadgets to do this. You can buy specialty gadgets like ice rollers and ice molds, or you can just use plain old ice, or you can create special flavors of ice. And if you create special flavors of ice, you achieve certain benefits. So to me, this seemed like a great way to raise your level of self-care in the summer, and you could cool down your body at the very same time. So I did a little bit of looking around, and the best ideas I saw for ice flavors were these. You could make cucumber ice cubes to soothe your irritated skin. So this is sort of similar to how we used to put the slices of cucumbers on your eyes, except you put it in an ice cube. You chop up the cucumbers, you add them to your blender or your food processor, chop them up and smooth them out, and then freeze them into cubes and apply them to your face. Another idea I saw was using beets to brighten your skin. It's the same concept, chop up the beets and freeze them into cubes. Now, I have not actually tried this one, but when I saw it, I wondered if you were going to get any discoloration or color from the beet, because, beets tend to dye things. So, maybe you'll get a rosy glow if you add some beets to your face. You'll come out with the rosy beet colored skin. So you can try that. Maybe you want to add that to the next part of your self-care regimen. You can smooth your skin and minimize your pores by freezing rice water or green tea into cubes and applying them to your face. I thought this seemed pretty easy. You don't have to chop anything up. You just use rice water or green tea, and there's not as much prep involved, and that helps you minimize your pores and smooth your skin. And the last idea I found was freezing coffee into cubes. And now this one, you can use this in two ways. You can tighten your skin with the coffee cubes. You make the coffee cubes, freeze them up, put them on your face, and that tightens up your skin. And then you maybe will have some extra cubes left over. You can pop that right into an iced coffee, and you will not even water down your drink. So there's a multi-use for that one. So those are some refreshing ideas for you, and there will be a lot more coming in the August newsletter, so stay tuned for that. The ideas that are in the August newsletter are a much broader array of things. There'll be refreshment for your mind, body, and soul. So that is coming soon. So for today's closing, we are going to turn to a poem from Morgan Harper Nichols. We've used her before and love her poetry. And this is from her book, All Along You Were Blooming. And it goes like this. May love wash like water wild over me in the desert of my mind when I'm tired, thirsty, seeking. That time of year when I'm growing, when I am a year older but not feeling stronger in my shoulders. May love remind me that growth is incremental. I have been aching for the rush of fresh spring water. It does not come, but I trust the water is not stagnant. Even the softest, lightest rain can break the ground beneath my feet and fill the very roots of me with the tenderness I need. May it be so. Thanks so much for joining us today as we seek to refresh our spirit. And we hope you're enjoying this summer series, and we'll continue to follow along as we focus in on some more summer topics. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode. And until next time, peace.